trying to teach you multicast in little 5-minute chunks. So stick with me. This will be fun. You're listening to me, search whatever, but because I've been a corporate IPv4 multicast SME for some big companies now for a lot of years, so I've done it, and that's the point here is that talking to you because I've done it. In this picture, which is crude, I'm not a graphic artist. Left-hand side, you're looking at the difference here with unicast. If I want to deliver to all these computers, I set up a separate stream for each one. With multicast, I have at each branch point, the packets get copied to each of the branches. It isn't a separate stream. And if you look at the upper path on the right hand, one of the routers doesn't want it, so it just doesn't get that traffic, right? But if you look on the lower, the one where I've got all those arrows, like on that first one, there's like 5 copies of that traffic. There's only one. Okay, that's the important part of this. Traditionally, deliver unicast, one-to-one communication, TCP, UDP, whatever. Lots of possibilities, but okay. Each time I need to add a host, though, I've got to have a new connection. And it puts a processing burden on the sender and the network. Sender, because I got to maintain a lot of connections. And the network is, well, a bandwidth, right? And things like I'm queuing up a whole bunch of packets. I can broadcast, but well, that's not all that great. One, not everyone may actually want it. Second, that broadcasts typically aren't crossing a layer 3 boundary. Yeah, we used to have those broadcast addresses, but in a lot of implementations now we're blocking that for security. So you can't even do that anymore. And if when I broadcast, I'm putting a burden now on the receivers because, of course, they're getting this thing and they're like, what is this? What do I have to do with it? Okay. So multicast got introduced. Um, you look at different multicast, unicast. We can do TCP with unicast. We have the connection-oriented three-way handshake. It's reliable. We got flow control by window size. Multicast is most likely going to be UDP. TCP doesn't even make sense. If I'm going to, in the definition we said 0 or more hosts, well, on the more part, how do I have this handshake with 5 people or 5 receivers? How does that work? So you have some of the challenges of UDP connection that's unreliable, and of course lack of flow control, at least in the at the level of UDP protocol. And so you got this best effort delivery, no congestion avoidance. There are going to be duplicates, okay, and out of order delivery. So this isn't great. Now, the reasons you may want to do it, I talked about some use cases already in another video. But this, I tried to make a graph here to very simple graph. This is, hey, I pick an arbitrary size for each of the streams. And of course, as I add, and this is on the link coming out of my device, as I add more and more conversations, my bandwidth starts to shoot up. With multicast, it doesn't. I'm sending the same packets. But I am making the network work a little harder. It's got to do this. I need to copy it down here, and there's a lot of overhead that comes into play, and we're going to get into that later. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can suggest topics in the comments, and hopefully, this little bite size, like it. And then as you see more of these, you can see you haven't liked this one yet, so you haven't listened to that one yet. That'll give you another piece of this puzzle. There's going to be a lot. And so, like, subscribe. I don't think I'll ever produce enough content to get monetized, but whatever, that's not the point. Anyway, thanks for watching.